If you want to record your acoustic guitar and voice at the same time or not at home, you need stuff. In this video, I'm going to talk about what kind of things you need and some very basic suggestions to start. Let's start from the beginning. You have to have a computer. If you don't, we are in trouble, but we can solve that. The easiest thing you can do to record yourself is use your cell phone or buying one of those small recorders, digital recorders, that you put in front of you. They have microphones, you press record and you're done. But the video would be a little too short like this, so let's move forward. In these days, you need a computer. Actually, you might need an iPad or even a cell phone to record, but in this video I'm going to talk about the computer. Our computers today can easily be turned into home studios. They accept software. We call them DAWs, digital audio workstations. These are softwares that allow you to record multiple tracks. Of course, if you need a digital audio workstation called DAW to record yourself, you probably have to buy one. There is a couple of solutions that I can suggest. One is using Audacity, which is a free software, and you can add multiple tracks while you record. So that can be a pretty easy, very cheap, free solution. The other one is using Reaper. I will add a link in the description below, which is a free software for the most part. If you want to buy it, it's not too expensive, but in its free version, it's very good. So what do we really need other than the computer? The basic stuff to record yourself into a computer is having an audio interface. Today they are USB. You need at least one microphone, but we will talk about having two microphones to record at the same time. You need cables to connect the microphones to the audio interface. You need microphone stands to hold the microphones. And you're basically done. What you need is something to listen back to what you did. But this is another subject, so let's talk about what you do with the recording stuff. There are a few ways to record guitar and vocals at the same time, if you are a songwriter, for example. The easiest way is probably to stick one microphone at a certain distance from you, just one, and start recording and see what happens. You could change the position of the microphone closer to your head or closer to the guitar, depending on how the volume is on the instruments. You have to try and record and listen back. But if you want a more detailed recording, you need to use at least two microphones, or the jack from the guitar if your guitar is amplified, and a microphone for the voice. I don't suggest that option because I don't really like the sound coming out of the jack of the guitar. So let's talk about two microphones. The first problem we have when we record guitar and voice with two microphones is that you will have guitar in the voice and voice in the guitar microphone. So this is something you have to adjust. You have to learn how to use these tools. You have to listen back and you have to focus on what you really need. This takes time. It's not an easy path, but it can be pretty fun. The audio interface is supposed to have at least two inputs to accept both microphones. In this very first bundle I created, there's the link in the description, I used two different kinds of microphones. One is a dynamic microphone, one is a condenser microphone. With these two microphones, you can use the dynamic on the vocals, having less guitar in it, and using the condenser on the guitar, having a little more vocals in it too. Or you could experiment and do the opposite. There's a lot of things you can do. Remember, it's not the gear, it's you. It's how you use things. The bundle I put together is very, very cheap. 200 euros is really something that musicians spend for a cable, and you have everything in this bundle to record yourself. So you might think, okay, am I really buying cheap and not quality stuff? The answer is, of course, it's cheap. It's not too high quality, it's pretty low quality, but technology has really improved. And I assure you that with that stuff, a pro engineer would do a great job. Of course, if they can choose, they choose something different. So this is a very entry-level, basic stuff bundle, but you have everything you need to connect to your computer, record yourself, and listen back. This is the other point. How do we listen back to what we do? I don't suggest the laptop speakers. I don't suggest the cell phone earbuds connected to the sound card, which is a solution, but I don't think it's the best one. You have to remember one thing. This is another kind of tip. If you have speakers connected to your computer, they have to be pretty good, and more than that, the room has to be treated. Otherwise, you will listen to something that is not real, not completely, at least. So the suggestion might be buy headphones. There is a pair in the bundle too, because headphones don't make you listen to the room. You just listen to the headphones. We should talk about how to position the microphones and a lot of other things, but that's your experiment. That's what you will do to find the best thing to record yourself. So follow the link in the description, let me know how it goes, ask if you have questions. I will answer if I'm able to. Goodbye.